Let's talk about weekend bingers. Will it make or break your results? Will it have a dramatic effect on your results if you just, I guess you could say, let yourself go just for a couple days?
Let me tell them one time, I've been on the grind, this my prime. Ha. Let me tell them one time, I've been on the grind, and this my prime. Yeah, I'm sorry for the wait, didn't think I'd come up, y'all just need a little faith. I've been patient, just waiting on the river with an ace.
Okay guys, so the reason why I want to talk about this is because last weekend was my birthday. So we're all gonna have our things that we feel like we have a reason to kind of like, I wouldn't say lose sight of our goal, but I guess an excuse to loosen up the reins a bit. And I don't want to come across as you saying you need to be perfect all the time. Life is about enjoying life, finding balance, all that good stuff, all very important stuff if you guys are serious about like maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Obviously, doing things differently at the beginning will be significantly different than things you might do later on. And what I mean by that is at the beginning, going into any round, say if you lost it for a while, maybe you got out of it for whatever reason, life happens, like me, for instance, you gotta understand going into it, you gotta just realize, okay, I'm going into this knowing that I've been out of it for a while, and I'm gonna go into this round knowing that I will have to make sacrifices for a very short period of time. And usually you can turn your shit around in like literally 3 months like I am right now. There's a lot of things, a lot of days where I felt like I deserve this, it's fine, I should be able to do this. And honestly, I think at the beginning, what I'm trying to say is that you need to decide how fast do you really want to get results and just peel the Band-Aid off. For me, for instance, I'm not the one to drag my feet when it comes to getting results. I would rather sacrifice hard at the beginning and just lose the weight. And then after I lose the weight, then I can loosen up the reins and be a little bit more lenient when it comes to, say, if there's something going on after work and the guys are getting together at a bar or whatever, or maybe there's a birthday party at work, or maybe it's somebody's last day, the list goes on. There's always reasons as to why we have days that aren't always the best when it comes to food choices, or maybe even getting in your workout. The important thing you gotta remember is that if you sacrifice hard at the beginning, it's not forever, and you will appreciate it, I think, that much more, because at the beginning, it's hard to stick with it, right? We all know that. It's hard to stick with eating good, it's hard to get in the workouts, all the stuff. It's really hard. But what will make it easier is I think that you will find more benefit to sacrificing more and getting faster results than not sacrificing and getting slower results. That's a decision that you have to make at the very beginning. You have to ask yourself, okay, all right, 3 months. Okay, 3 months. I know I have this and this coming up. What am I gonna do? Okay, I wanna get fast results. I know that for a fact. And I've tried to stick with it before and I never do. And I think that could be because you're not seeing fast enough results. Honestly, I think what helps me and the reason why I sacrifice so hard at the beginning is simply because I need to see results to stay motivated. And I'm sure you guys can relate with that. But I think a lot of people sacrifice enough at the beginning, and then they get discouraged and then they eventually quit. Knowing that, I don't know if that's you, maybe it's not. Maybe you're just like cool with taking longer to get to your results, and that's fine. But what I'm trying to say in this, the biggest thing that I want you to take away from this video is just having that conversation with yourself, so to speak, in the mirror or whatever, and just ask yourself like, okay, if I mess up every once in a while, just know it will take longer to get results. You have to choose A or B, the red or the blue pill, or however you want to look at it. You have to make that distinct decision. You can't go into it just not really coming face to face with that decision, because I think that's a reason as to why people don't see results at the beginning or ever, and they end up quitting, is because at the beginning, they don't ask themselves that specific question. How much am I willing to sacrifice at the beginning to make this happen? And they just go into it, not really thinking about it, and then something comes up and they're like, yeah, all right, I'll just get back into it tomorrow. And they don't even realize how much they're slipping up. You don't even realize until you are strict and how many excuses you use to eat shit or not to work out. You don't even realize it because you don't remember what you did 3 weeks ago. You don't remember 3 weeks ago that you skipped a workout and ate crap. And then you eat clean for a week and get in all your workouts and then you're like, feel like I've been doing good for a long time. But that's false because you don't remember what you did 2 weeks ago. So that's why it's good to not go into each round mindlessly and realizing like, hey, if I don't make sacrifices along the way, I'm not gonna get the results that I want. And I know I need to see results in order for me to stick with this and to take this serious. And that's me. That's why I'm losing weight as fast as I am right now, is because I came to that realization, like, I need to see results to stay motivated, and that's what keeps me on track. Coming in the gym every day, seeing new lines, and feeling literally amazing every single week, I've just been noticing such, like, improvement with everything. I'm talking, like, not just food. Obviously it is because of food, but just how I feel, the weights that I'm lifting, my overall attitude towards life. I don't know if you guys can relate with this, but let's face it, when you're in shape and you're on your A game, you look at life in a whole new light. You're a more positive person. You're less maybe cranky in the morning or during the day. You're just a completely different person. So if you can carry that on week after week and continue with just that alone, it's incredible. And that's not including getting a kick-ass workout and noticing your weights are going up and noticing new lines. You combine all that good stuff and you continue to improve every single week, it snowballs. So how good you felt compared to last week will be 3 times better next week. You know what I mean? Like, it's a snowball effect, and you just wrap all that up into a big ball and you just keep adding all that positivity. As time goes on, it's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. It's like the compound effect. It's unstoppable. Now, if you can just do that at the beginning and just know going into it that, hey, I'm gonna have to sacrifice in order to see some really awesome result and for me to stick with this, because I haven't been sticking with this for the last, I don't know, freaking 2 years. I'm all over the place. And I honestly think this could be why. You have to sacrifice at the beginning, and then just know that once you get to your goal, then you can loosen up the reins and maybe have an extra cheat day, or maybe not even a cheat day, an extra cheat meal, and not feel like complete guilt or like crap because now you just messed up your results. It doesn't matter anymore because guess what? Now you're at your results, and maybe all you need to do is just go for a run after your workout to make up for it. It's easy. You don't have to get somewhere right now or when you get to your results. You're there. It's an amazing feeling. And that's what I hope to achieve when I get to these results that I'm getting to right now. And I can't wait to get there. And I am super duper guilty of getting results and just, I wouldn't say letting myself go, but my biggest pitfall, my biggest downfall, and the biggest thing that I struggle with, every single time I gain weight, I'm like, whatever, I know I can lose it, whatever. And then I'll just lose it again. But that's a shit mindset. I can't think that. I can't keep doing this crap over and over, gaining the weight, losing the weight. If you guys have been following me on my YouTube channel, you'll know, yeah, I'm guilty of it. I get in shape, I get fat again. I get in shape, I get fat again. And it's not like I don't have good reasons. To me, there's still excuses. Let's face it, I'm facing that truth. It is. I broke my ankle, I lost twins. They're all what seem to be legit reasons as to why, yeah, I get why somebody would definitely gain weight if that were to happen, because we were going to the NICU every day. And we didn't have any time at all to make food or do any of that. So we always resorted to fast food or food that they had there at the NICU. And that's just how it happened. And a lot of people might say, yeah, that's a pretty good reason. Don't feel bad about it. And I'm not saying that I technically do, but what I'm trying to say is life happens. You can't keep using life instances, even losing our twins. That's another legit reason, breaking my ankle. These are all the times that I've lost or that I gained the weight back. But at some point or another, I gotta come to the realization like, hey, how good do you feel right now? Imagine if you could feel like this going through that stuff. It's only gonna help you get through it even better. Losing our twins, obviously, if I'm the way I am now, I would be able to be a better husband for my wife and be a better supporter all around, and better for me, obviously. And because when you gain weight and you let yourself go, all the crap comes along with it. When you look in the mirror every day and you see yourself getting fatter and fatter, every time you go in the gym, you start lifting less and less. What do you think that does to a person over time? Like, so how is that gonna help me go through those situations in life? It's not gonna help me. So I'm working on myself right now very hard. I know I can lose the weight. You guys see me do it, I don't even know how many times now, honestly, but I'm struggling with keeping it. Obviously, you guys know that. It's a work in progress. I really think that I've came to the realization of everything that I just said to you now, and I feel like I don't know, having our son, it does things, obviously, right, guys? Having kids makes you look at life in a whole new light. So I feel like I'm not gonna let it happen this time. I don't want a dad bod. Actually, I think we should change the definition of a dad bod, right, guys? I think that a dad bod should be defined as being in shape. Don't you think? That's what I think. And so I just don't want to be like that. I don't want to be fat and not feel like I can throw my son up in the air and stuff like that, or without throwing out my back or some shit. You know what I mean? To me, that's just, why would you want to be like that as a dad? You want to be the best version of yourself. You want to be like the kid's Superman, like a superhero. Like, my dad can do anything. I want him to look up to me. There's going to be pictures that we're going to look back on, and I'm going to probably have my shirt off in a lot of them because I just don't wear a shirt when I'm at home typically. Eventually I probably will, but I haven't been because it's just comfy clothes. I just wear shorts, watch TV. It's uncomfortable for me to wear a shirt. To each their own, but there's going to be a lot of pictures of me without a shirt on. I sit out on the porch. It's nice outside. I don't like having a shirt on, whether I'm fat or not. So there's going to be a lot of pictures of me having that gut. And I don't want to look back at that crap, you know what I mean? That's embarrassing. So just knowing that I'm going to look back at these photos with my son one day, and maybe my daughter, and just whatever, maybe showing family. Oh, look at this cute little photo. Jesus, what happened? Maybe you should get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? That's embarrassing. Like, all stuff I think about. Like, I just don't want to be like that. I don't want, yeah. So, again, I want to end this video by just pretty much saying, guys, if you guys are serious about getting in shape, my best recommendation to you is take a step back, ask yourself that question. Okay, 3 months, it's not a long time. Maybe even 6. I'm telling you guys, it's already freaking end of week 9, and I feel like it's only been like 4 weeks. The time just whips. It will go by fast. It might seem like a forever thing, like you're sacrificing everything, sacrificing life to get to your goal, but you're freaking not, man. Like, it's very short. It's end of week 9, and I feel like I said, it's only been like freaking 4 weeks. So yeah, just know going into it, ask yourself that question. Am I okay with taking longer to get to results? And then if that's the route you decide to take, you gotta also ask yourself the question, like, but have I been doing so hot the last year or two? Maybe that's part of your problem. Maybe that's why you're just not getting the results, is because you keep being okay with it taking longer, and then eventually you fall off because you're not seeing the results as fast as you would maybe like to, and then you stop completely, and then you get back into it, and it's like a never-ending vicious cycle. You know what I'm saying? So maybe if that's the route you are deciding to go, maybe you shouldn't go that route. Maybe you should go outside of your comfort zone, sacrifice for just 3 months, or even 6 if you have to, depending on how much weight you have to lose. I wouldn't go into it saying, I'm gonna sacrifice for 6 months. That might be a little daunting to look at. If I were you, I would just say, I'm gonna sacrifice for 3 months, and then make that decision if you wanna loosen up the reins by the time you get to those 3 months. You don't have to make that decision right away. But just go hard at the beginning is my best recommendation for you guys. It's gonna suck, and the reason why I talked about this is because last weekend, like I said, with my birthday, and it was the first time, I don't know, man, it probably was the first time ever in my entire life that I sacrificed and I didn't eat crap, and I didn't really eat what I wanted to the whole weekend because it's my birthday weekend, right, guys? Like, it's usually the case. I always binge when it's my birthday weekend, but I didn't this time. And what I did on Friday, which was my birthday, I just got sushi, so it wasn't like perfect, but typically, I'm telling you guys, I would have went all out and probably gotten pizza and just whatever I want the whole weekend. That's typically what I would have done in the past. So I just got like sushi, and I still had my shake for breakfast, my meal replacement shake. I still kept it healthy. I just had one sitting of sushi, and then on Sunday, Saturday was still my cheat day, and then Sunday, I just pretty much had chicken and rice, which I don't usually eat a lot of rice when I'm trying to lose the fat. Everybody has their own approach, but that's mine. It's carbs. I pretty much try to do my best to stay away from carbs for the most part, definitely at night. I might have some carbs during the day, but it's not a lot, but that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, so definitely did not eat what I wanted to over my birthday weekend. Did not. And it was hard, but going into Monday, wow, I was like, I made it through the weekend, and it's my birthday weekend. I don't think I've ever done that before. So that felt good. And I think that was maybe that was the pivotal moment, guys. This is it for me. I'm not gonna get fat again. I feel every single time I come back, I always ask myself the question, like, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Why do you keep gaining the weight and losing it? Look at how good you feel right now. Like, why do you keep gaining it back? So I feel like this is it, guys. So I'm excited this time to get back to my results and then keep them and really push my limits and see where I can take this, because I really want to get those next level results. And when I say next level, I'm talking about the results that I've gotten already that you guys have seen in my intro, and then some, which is gonna require a lot of different things that I've never done, which is more carbs, more protein, more everything, pretty much more calories, all that good stuff. So I'm excited to share all that stuff with you guys as the weeks come, months, whatever, and just share with you guys my results continuously and share with you guys what I'm eating and just everything I can share pretty much without these videos getting too long like it is right now. So just remember, guys, just ask yourself that question, how bad do I want this? My best recommendation, again, one last time, is just make the sacrifice, guys. At the beginning, it's hard, but you will see results very fast if you just do the sacrificing for just the first 3 months. It doesn't say you could do what I did on my birthday. It's not to say you have to give up everything, maybe if a special occasion comes, but that's gonna be my one time throughout this round. I'm not gonna keep doing that. If I say I had my wife's birthday coming up the following weekend, or even my son's birthday coming up, which it is, I'm not gonna keep doing that. Like, in a 3-month period, you almost have to say, okay, what events are coming up? And then choose 2 of them and say, those are the weekends I'm gonna loosen the reins a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. Because remember, guys, it's 3 months, it's not a big deal. Just because you're not eating crap doesn't mean you don't care about your wife, or doesn't mean that you don't care about your son. That's messed up. It's actually the complete opposite. You eating clean means you care about your family. There should be no guilt there. It's not always about food. It should never be about food, and that's what I think we all are guilty of. We always make everything about food, and it's just not. And I'm guilty of that. I still feel like I'm guilty of that from time to time, but anyways, that's all I got for you guys in this video. I'm excited to share my results continuously. I'm feeling freaking amazing. It's insane that I am dropping the weight as fast as I am, because literally this is the quickest I've ever lost weight ever. Even while training for competitions, I've never been this aggressive. And yeah, if you guys haven't watched my last video, watch it. It was my 8-week transformation. I shared a lot of stuff about what makes this round so different than all my other rounds. You know, what's changed? Because I lost over 30 pounds in, I think it was 7 weeks actually. I got close to 40 pounds in 8 weeks. I lost like over 30 pounds in just like 7 or 8 weeks. And before, in my best transformation, I lost 30 pounds in 3 months. So that's crazy. That's 2/3 of what I did it in last time. That's nuts. And I talk all about what it is exactly that I did differently this round, that I'm losing the weight so much faster. But that's all I got for you guys. So be sure to check out that video if you haven't already. And until the next time, we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.